Hello everybody, it's me again. So this is test route number 15, and it's number 15 of 15. So there you go. That's all the test routes for Coventry, and we're on Bayton Road. We've just turned left out of the test centre as always, and we're heading up towards the traffic lights. So there's this is test route 15 of 15, like I say, and if you want to see the other 14 test routes, just click the subscribe button and you'll find them all on the channel, and you can see them. These are the latest, the most recent published test routes from the DVSA. We're going left at the traffic lights here. Also, if you look in the description box below, as always, you'll see some kind of useful links, various things, which will help you hopefully to understand the test, and you'll see the test route listed out, so you can follow it road by road. We're on Bayton Road now, and we're going to turn left at these lights when they go to green, and that will take us into Coventry Road. Any second now, there they go. There we are, left into Coventry Road. So we have a set of traffic lights here, and we're just going to go straight ahead at those lights. We're just going to keep on the road, keep following the road ahead, looking out for cars pulling out in front of us and things like that. It's been a really sunny day today, and just in the last half an hour the clouds have kind of moved in, and hopefully it's not going to rain before we get finished. But we're turning left at this roundabout. It's going to be the first exit. It takes us onto Longford Road, and it's signposted for Longford. Now this is a fairly long road, and we're going to go all the way along it until we get to the roundabout at the very end, and it's about a mile. It's about a mile long, so I'd say it's about a mile anyway. There's a few things to look out for on this road. First of all, it's quite straight at this point, so try and keep down to 30. There's a few sets of lights and everything as well. Today it seems to be quite clear, but normally it's a very, very busy road. We just wait for these lights to turn to green as well, and then we can carry on. So because it's a fairly straight, long road, I mean, the good idea is just to allow yourself, if you're going along here, just to kind of relax yourself into the test. Just kind of get rid of any nerves, start to look ahead, start to plan ahead, you know, think, put your mind kind of 4 or 5 seconds ahead of the car, and get into that kind of mindset, and then you can take that forward with you for the rest of the test then, and that will make the test much easier for you. In the meantime, we're just going to carry along this road. It's going to take us all the way to the end. As we come around this bend, what we start to see is some traffic lights ahead. Now what happens here is there's kind of two junctions on the left that kind of merge into each other. So they're always quite busy. There's always things coming out of there. The traffic lights obviously are here to help people cross the road, but also they're here to help people turn right into the Tesco's. The added thing is, with the road markings, we've got this box junction we're just driving over now, and then we've got to keep clear, and also we've got to keep the junctions clear, haven't we? So sometimes you can get caught and get stuck around there, but today again seems to be flowing quite nicely over the through the lights. One thing you might notice is I'm keeping a nice little gap between me and the car ahead of me, and all that's doing is it's giving me lots of reaction time. So there you go, so these lights are on, have gone, these brake lights have come on. So I'm going to start to brake now as well. Lots of reaction time. It means I can just be, you know, nice and laid back whilst I'm driving along. And really that's what you need to do as well. Go. Just taking us along the road here, less space, less speed at this point. I'm going to turn left at the roundabout. Now I can move into this lane, this one that's been painted green, because it's a bus lane, but it's been suspended now. It's no longer a bus lane anymore. Okay, so we're going to turn left here, first exit. Roundabout seems to be quite clear, so we're fine. This is taking us into Old Church Road. As we're coming down here, we can see it says slow on the road on the bend. But just around this bend there's a right turn, and that's where we're going next. So we're going to take the next road on the right. And we'll just make sure that it's clear. So the question you're asking yourself now is it safe for me to cross the road? And if it is, that's fine. And that takes us into CARLTON Road, where we're going to take the second on the right. So now the junctions in this little section are going to come thick and fast. So be aware of those. So we're turning right into St Lawrence Road now. Try not to run the cat over. That's it. And then we're going to take the first left, and that's going to take us into Tenerife Road. You might be asked to do a parallel park along here, Tenerife Road. Also you might be asked to park on the opposite side of the road and back up. Rejoin the traffic. At the end of this road, we're going to turn left. So we've come to the end of Tenerife Road, we turn it left here. And there's lots of speed bumps around here, and it's a bit weird really, because you know there's no way you're going to be going very fast. There's too many parked cars and too many bends and things. There it is. We're back onto CARLTON Road now, by the way, just to let you know. And we're going to come all the way, we're going to drive all the way to the end of CARLTON Road. And when we get to the end, we're going to turn left. And that's going to take us back onto Old Church Road. But now we're facing the opposite direction, and we're coming back up towards the roundabout. at the roundabout. This time we'll be turning right. It's right, but it's only the second exit. So there's only 2 exits up of this, and it's the second one that we need. So there's the first one where the bus is. Bus is waiting, and now we're going to take the second exit. Remember to do your lifesaver look, very, very important. I know I say that in all of the videos, but that's because it is very, very important. Okay, and along here, I'm going to take the second left. We're back on Longford Road now, we're taking the second left. That was the first one, St George's. And the second one is just near this crossing, just after the crossing. And it's called ELMSDALE Avenue. Move into ELMSDALE Avenue. There's a little bit of a kink in the road here. It just bends round to the left here. Looks a bit weird, but there it is, bends round to the left. And you'll find yourself just climbing the hill. Again, lots of quite high speed bumps around this area. And the road actually bends round to the right here, but my advice is just drop the car into first gear at this point. Make sure you're looking both ways and take it out as though you're coming to the end of the road. So this is still ELMSDALE Avenue, it's just bent round quite sharply to the right. And we're just going to find our way through there. Again, lots of speed bumps. We're over there. Oh, there's still one more. And it's just a bend in the road here now. And you come into the end of ELMSDALE Avenue. And around this bend takes you into BEDLAM Road. And we're going to turn right at the roundabout now. BEDLAM Lane, not BEDLAM Road. We're going to turn right at the roundabout anyway, and again it's the second exit. And again, when we get to that point, we must remember the lifesaver look. So it's just about now. That's it, good. And I mean, good, it's all clear. just congratulating myself there. Deary me. Okay, so anyway, we've just turned right at the roundabout there, and we're going to take the second road on the right. So that's the instruction you'll get, second right. There's the first one, Cossington Road. We want the second one. And you'll find it just around this bend somewhere, just after the bollards. Make sure it's clear, it's safe to cross the road, which it is. We're now entering into COMPTON Road, which is a 20-mile-an-hour zone. So you're only going to get one warning of the 20-mile-an-hour zone here. So do be careful that you've seen that, because again, there's no repeater signs, which is very poor as far as the the road standards people are concerned. Whoever is in charge of putting repeater signs up, very, very poor. But there it is. So if you miss the fact that this is a 20-mile-an-hour road when you first turn into it, you'll go all the way down here at 30 quite innocently and fail. And actually, when we get to the crossroads here as well, we can see that it changes back to 30. So if you can see the 30 sign there now, that's when it changes back. So there wasn't a single repeater sign, nothing written on the road, but it was a 20-mile-an-hour road. gone left at the crossroads. We're back into the 30 zone, and the name of this road escapes me at the moment, and I'll remember it in a second, and if I don't, then it will be on a kind of road sign at the end, won't it? So anyway, we're going to turn right at the end, and the road sign is behind a car, so I can't see it. St Luke's, there you go, St Luke's Road. I'm going to turn right, and that's going to take us into LYTHALLS Road again. You can see it says on the road 30, but it's telling you the speed limit now. But at the end of this, when we get to these traffic lights, should I say, then we're going to turn right again. Someone's car alarm going off. Just let the van come through. We're turning right, that's taking us into HOLBROOK Lane. So I'm on HOLBROOK Lane because now the instruction you'll be getting will be turn right at the third set of traffic lights. The third set. So this will be the first set that we're coming up to here. And we're going to turn right at the third set. All of these lights will be on red. You wait and see now. There you go. Let this just give them more room than they need. That's the idea. As I said, it'll be on red, and so this next one's on green. But this is only the second set. We're going to go straight through here as well. We're now on WHEELWRIGHT Lane. So at that crossroads back there, where that traffic lights was, it changed from HOLBROOK Lane to WHEELWRIGHT Lane, and here we are. We're just carrying on. But we've just gone straight on. Just around about here, there's always parked cars on both sides of the road, probably because there's all the shops and things. Which means it can be a kind of less space, less speed kind of scenario. But that's it. There we go, we've got through there. Still on WHEELWRIGHT Lane, and this is your third set of traffic lights that are just coming up now. And of course we're going to turn right at those. Traffic moves on. Third set of lights, turning right, and that's going to take us into Winding House Lane. And we're just waiting in the centre for our space. Shouldn't be too long. There it is. Now Winding House Lane is a 40-mile-an-hour road, and the signpost that says 40 is actually facing the wrong way, so you're likely to miss it. And again, down here, you're likely not to see any repeater signs because they're all also facing the wrong way. Take it from me, this is a 40-mile-an-hour road, and so you will need to get your speed up. So that's two roads where if you miss the sign, you won't know what the speed limit is, and you're liable to drive down them at 30 when they're clearly not that speed. That's why you need to get to know the test routes. Anyway, we're going to turn left at the roundabout down here. And when we turn left, if these lights stay on green for us, which they're not going to do, when we have turned left, that's going to take us on to the A444. And the A444 then, as we know, is on all of the test routes for Coventry. So good idea to get your instructor or whoever it is that helps you with your driving, just to take you up and down the A444 the whole length of it, so that you can get used to it. get used to coming off it and onto it as well in different places, because it's usually that point when you're coming off or turning on to a road where the kind of difficulties happen, and where people normally come a cropper in terms of their test. There we are, all the way round, and we are now on the A444. This is a 50 road, and finally we're just coming up to a repeater sign. Repeater ones are the little speed limit signs to tell us that it is 50. It's a feature, I know I go on about it, but it is a feature of the Coventry stroke Nuneaton test areas, where the road signs are appalling really, and the road markings are always late, or very often late, and they're very often faded. So again, get to know the routes. Anyway, that's my little rant over. We are now travelling down the A444, up the A444 towards Nuneaton, and we're going to follow the signs for Nuneaton. That's going to keep us on this road. Actually, the signs are telling us to move to this lane on the right hand side of the two, and so we're on the left hand one of all the kind of Nuneaton lanes. That makes sense. It's bringing us right up to the roundabout here. Now this is the roundabout that can take you onto the M6, but it can also keep you on the A444 towards Nuneaton. So what we're going to do is we're in our lane, and we're just going to stay inside our lane all the way around, and then we're nice and safe. We turn left there, that's the M6, so we're going to come around here. Again, the lights have gone on to red for us very helpfully. Lots of my students, they'll curse when the lights go to red, and they'll say, oh no, lights gone to red, that means I've got to stop and start. But actually, it also means is that you can have a little bit of a breather. You can kind of gauge where everything is and where you need to go. So this section of this road, this A444, is now a 70-mile-an-hour road. So you need to just get moving, get going. That's it, keep up with the speed of the road. Remember, the 70 is a limit, it's not a target, and there'll be times when you can do it, there are times when you can't. This is one where we can't, we're only just doing just over 60, but we can't do any quicker because of the car in front of us, and also there's someone behind us on our shoulder, so we can't move out to overtake or anything like that either. So we're just stuck here for a few moments, but we are getting up to the speed of the road. And actually we're going to take the first exit, which is just about now. We'll start to indicate down for left, and that's just where the countdown markers are. And we're going to keep the speed up until we come off the carriageway, and then we're going to brake. We're using the brake all the way down this slope, down this slip road, and we are going to be turning left at the end of the road. So it's a good job we're in the left hand lane really. That says well driven, let my mum know she worries. There you go, that's quite good, isn't it, on the back of that van. Well driven, question mark, let my mum know she worries. Fantastic. Okay, so anyway, we're going to turn left at the end of the road, and that will take us into Heath Road. To the left into Heath Road, So again, we're back into the 30 zones, and again, fairly long road. Very often you'll be asked to pull in and park on the left along this road and then just pull away again, just because, you know, it's quite busy, and they'll just want to see that you're patient enough to wait for a safe space to pull into, and also that you check in your mirrors and your blind spot, particularly your blind spots, before you move. Let's go straight ahead at this set of traffic lights here. Now you'll see a sign, quite a big white sign on the opposite side of the road, and it's a double roundabout, so 2 mini roundabouts right on top of each other, and we're going to follow the signs for Exhall, which is straight ahead at the first one and left at the second one. So treat these two roundabouts like two separate entities. So I'm going to approach the first one, we're going straight ahead, we can see it's clear to the right, so that's fine. And now we're going to approach the second one, turning left, and we can see it's clear to the right, and that's fine. So we'll go down here, and that will take us to Exhall. So again, you know, treat them as two separate entities. You can't really go wrong. And that's it. This is now with those roundabouts. This changes then to Bowling Green Road or Lane, whatever it is. And again, this is a 30 zone, so keep the speed down. You can see it's a 30 zone because there are lamppost street lights. And there are no other signs, so that means it's 30. And of course, if you don't miss the 20 or the 40 signs from earlier on. We're going to turn left here. And as we turn left here, that brings us into School Lane. And again, still a 30 zone. So they're a bit buried in the trees, but we can see the street lamps there. Actually, we can see them a bit further up as well. Again, no other signs, so it's 30. And just to let you know, you see where it says save the green belt? Just around about there, sometimes there is a speed camera parked. I've seen it there a couple of times. So we're taking it nice and steady along here. Just keeping it just around about 28, 29, and just dealing with anything that's ahead of us. This time it's a parked car. Go around there, it's got its reversing lights on. And we're going to go straight ahead now at the crossroads where these traffic lights are. I'm just going to go straight ahead. That then takes us back into Bayton Road. So as you come down Bayton Road, you'll kind of realise that you're coming to the end of your test. Again, keep concentration level high, because along this road, it doesn't seem to be today, there's lots of lorries pulling out of side streets and pulling out of workplaces. I'm just going to hang back and let this lorry come through. And again, I'm just giving him more room than he needs. In fact, there's space for me there anyway. And I'll go through. And of course, again, you know, the principle is if you give the other people more room than they need, then that will also give you more room than you need. So that's a win-win situation. There's a blue lorry that's just turning right out of the side street. So again, I'm going to hang back, give him more room than he needs. And that's it. And he thanks me. You're very welcome, sir. As there's a little bit of traffic coming through here as well. I'm just going to let them through. So as you come along here, Bayton Road, what you'll see is the test centre will be on your right, and you'll turn right into the test centre car park. And when we get past this lorry, we'll be about level with that then. And that's test route number 15. So that's all the most recently published test routes from the DVSA for Coventry. And I'm going to go around this lorry now. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that. There you go, failed. And there you go. So that's the whole set. Now if you subscribe, you'll see lots more videos there. In the meantime, there's lots of different kind of subjects on there as well. So just have a look through the videos. Make sure you read through the descriptions. There's lots of information there for you as well. In the meantime, good luck with your tests, and I hope that it all works out for you. I shall see you in the next video.